Hi everybody, and welcome to the second part of this How to Fix Clipping project, where we are fixing accessory items that do not come with their own reference mesh. If you have not done so already, please watch video number 10A before continuing on with this one. Today we're going to finish what we started in the last episode. We have 2 additional accessories in the set that need to be fixed, and then we need to check everything out and test it all in the game. Here are all the steps involved in this project. We covered 1 through 9 in the previous Part A video, and now we are going to cover steps 10 through 16 here in Part B. Please use the video chapters or timestamps in the description if you would like to skip to a specific step. This is a direct continuation of video number 10A, so I'm going to skip the introductory remarks and jump right into the steps. If you are following along with the tutorial mod, please be sure you have already completed the tasks covered in the previous video before starting on this one. Whenever you adjust one accessory from a matching set, you will also need to check the other pieces of the set to see if they need fixing. For our demo mod, we inflated the pants from this outfit set, and this is likely to have a knock-on effect for the boots and maybe even the belt as well, meaning that our new pants may now clip through the boots and the belt, even if they did not clip before. So it's a good idea to always check the outfit set as a whole and fix other pieces if they need it. Let's do that now. Open the Demo Mod Meshes folder, then simply close, and then Demo. Find the belt_0 NIF and drop it into Outfit Studio, then do the same for the boots_0 NIF. Now we need some reference meshes so we can check if anything clips. We'll need both the shirt and the pants as a reference for the belt, and we need the pants as a reference for the boots. So let's also load in the top_0 NIF and the new fixed pants NIF, called pants_0 fixed, if you've been following along with me. We don't need the foot mesh this time, like we did for the pants. That's because the boots will replace the feet when worn in the game. So it doesn't matter if the feet and boots clip here in Outfit Studio. Select the belt mesh, make sure the pencil is on, and check to see if there is any clipping. And yes, here I can see that we've got some problem spots, so let's fix those up real quick. For this belt, I suggest turning the mirror edits off since the mesh is not exactly the same on both sides. Then make sure the inflate tool is selected and brush over the belt to fix any spots where the shirt or the pants show through. You can also just make quick clicks without brushing. This is sometimes just enough when you don't need a dramatic effect. And clicking instead of brushing can help to prevent warping of the mesh. You might be tempted to use the deflate tool instead to push the pants or the shirt in away from the belt, and then export those as new NIFs. But this is not a good idea in this case, since the pants and the shirt would then look weird when you weren't wearing the belt. You'll always want to consider how different items are going to be worn and how they will be affected by your changes, and factor that into your design choices when you are fixing or working with outfits and accessories. I thought about editing this part down for the sake of time, but I decided it might be helpful for you to be able to watch me do these pieces at least once. So just sit back, relax, and let's listen to the music while I work on this. Okay, I think the belt looks pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and export it as a new NIF, just like we did for the pants. Right-click on the belt, select Export, then to NIF, and give it a new name so we don't overwrite the original. Now I'm going to select the boots, turn the mirror edits back on, and inflate any areas as needed to make sure there is a little space between the boots mesh and the pants. These boots are a little harder to see since the color matches the pants so well, but we can do a little trick here to help. Because the pants are just a reference mesh that we are not going to save, we can remove their texture to help us see. Double-click on the pants mesh, then click Remove in the middle of the box, and OK at the bottom. Now we should be able to see the lighter gray of this default texture in Outfit Studio showing through. Just remember not to do this for a mesh that has not yet been finalized and exported, or you'll have to fix the texture later, which I'm not going to cover in this video. There's more we could do with these boots, and probably some better options to fix their clipping. So we will likely come back later and try a different approach on these. But for now, let's just keep it simple. Once again, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here in real time. But if you get impatient, you can just use the timestamps to skip ahead. All right, I think I'm done. So now I just right-click on the boots and export them like I've done for the other pieces, giving them a new name so I don't overwrite the original. And that was it for the size 0 accessories. Now we need to repeat the process for the size 1 accessories. Since the demo outfit and accessories support weight sliding in the game, we also have to adjust the same size 1 pieces. First, let's clear out the size 0 meshes from Outfit Studio. Under File, select Unload Project, and then Unload at the pop-up window. Then head over to the Demo Mod folder, and this time drag over the belt_1 file and the boots_1 file. Then bring in our reference meshes, the top_1 file, and the fixed pants file called pants_1_fixed if you've been following along with me. Make sure you've got the inflate tool selected, the pencil on, and the mirror edits turned off for the belt. Then just brush or click over the mesh as needed. I did the size 0 meshes in real time, but I'm going to fast forward this part here since I think you've got the gist of it. But please don't feel rushed. Pause the video, relax, take your time, and enjoy practicing with the tools. Don't feel bad if it takes you a long time, or if your results are not spectacular. And don't compare yourself to anyone else. Everyone learns in their own way and in their own time. As each piece is finished, export it just like we've been doing. Right-click, export to NIF, and give it a new name so you don't overwrite the original. When you are ready for the boots, turn the mirror edits back on and fix those too. Remember that you can change the texture of the pants if it helps you to see the boot clipping better. Now that we have fixed both sizes for the pants, boots, and belt, and exported them as new NIFs, let's check all of our work in NifSkope. As I've said before, this is not a mandatory step, but I recommend doing it because it can save you time in the long run. If you have any trouble with this step, please pause here and go back to watch video number 6 of this series. In the Demo Mod folder, double-click on the new size 0 pants, called pants_0_fixed, to open it in NifSkope. Then double-click on the new size 1 pants to also open that one. Arrange the two NifSkope windows next to each other so we can compare them. First off, I can already see that the leg band mesh looks like it might clip with the pants mesh. I'm going to ignore this for the sake of time, but normally I would stop right here and go back into Outfit Studio to fix this and then export new pants NIFs for both sizes. Since this one is flashing back and forth as we rotate, it may or may not be a problem in the game. But if your pants cover up part of the leg band and it does not flash in and out, then you probably accidentally inflated the non-leg band side of the legs, and this is almost certainly going to show up as clipping in the game. You can either go back into Outfit Studio and try again, or you can just make a mental note, accept the lesson learned, and carry on with the knowledge that you're probably going to see it clipping in Skyrim. Remember that our demo pants are made of 2 meshes, the pants and the leg band. So with both sizes of the pants NIFs open, check to make sure you can see both the included meshes in NifSkope, make sure both of them look right, and also make sure they are in the same order for both body sizes. If they are not in the same order, remember that you can copy and paste blocks in NifSkope to reorder the meshes. Then delete the original duplicates so you only have the same number of meshes at the end that you had when you started, all as shown in the Intro to NifSkope video. After you've checked both sizes of the pants, close these NifSkope windows and then do the same to open and compare the NIFs for both sizes of the belt. There's only one mesh for the belt, so you don't have to worry about mesh order. The same applies to the boots, which we check next after the belt. And once we've confirmed that all the pieces of both body sizes look good, go ahead and close out all the NifSkope windows. With the NIFs fixed and exported from Outfit Studio and double-checked in NifSkope, all we have to do now is give our new files the proper name so the game will use them. Just like in the first clipping video, we have made these pieces to be direct replacements of the originals, so we don't have to do anything with the plugin. We just have to give the new NIF files the exact same name as the originals. We could do this by deleting or overwriting the originals, but I don't really recommend this because you never know when you'll want to go back to those original files. So I always make myself a folder within the mod itself called Original, and I put those files in there. We already made this folder during the first clipping video, but if you did not follow along with that one, simply click New Folder up here and name it Original. First, let's drag and drop the original pants_0 NIF into that folder. Then slow click on the new size 0 pants NIF and rename it exactly like the original, pants_0.nif. Then do the same thing for the size 1 pants, and then for both of the belt files, and finally, for both of the boot files. If you're wondering why I don't just move all the original files at the same time, it's because my memory isn't that great. So I like to see at least one version of the correct file names here while I'm working through this step. Lastly, go ahead and close out of Outfit Studio if you haven't already done so. So now we have our new fixed meshes in the right place in the mod folder and named exactly like the originals. As in our other videos so far, we have only changed the shape of the mesh and saved it with exactly the same name as the original, so we don't have to do anything in SSE Edit or the Creation Kit. All we have to do is put the outfit in our character's inventory so we can try it on to test. If you have any trouble during this step, please refer back to video number 7 where we went over testing in Skyrim in detail. Once you're in the game, bring up a female character since there are no male meshes in the demo mod. Like in previous videos, we are going to use the console to get the items. But this time, instead of loading in each piece separately, we're going to load in a container that I included in the plugin that already has all the pieces in it. Open the console, type Help Demo Simply Chest, and hit Enter. Note the reference ID associated with it, and then type player.placeAtMe, followed by the ID number shown on your screen, and hit Enter. Close the console and you should now have a chest at your feet. Pull out all of the pieces, put them on, and let's see how well we did making our fixes in Outfit Studio. As usual, I suggest checking the weight sliding first in Race Menu. I like to adjust the camera in Race Menu to zoom far enough out to see my entire body before I move the weight slider. So that's what I'm doing here. On the Slider tab, check to see if all the pieces weight slide nicely. If you have major problems with the outfit here, skip to the Troubleshooting section using the video chapters or timestamps. After checking the weight sliding, exit Race Menu and then have a look around at yourself and see if the clipping is gone. Also, check yourself out as you run around and do various animations. If you don't use the UNP body in your game, you will probably have seams at the hands, clipping where the pants overlay your body mod's feet, and maybe some weird skin textures. You can refer to video number 9 for more info on this. But for now, ignore these body mismatch problems as best you can and just focus on checking the clothing pieces for clipping. If something looks really bizarre, skip to the troubleshooting timestamp in the video. Although I'm not going to take the time to do it right now, remember that it is best practice to test your outfits and accessories at different body weights, and it's good to test them in various animations, like running, jumping, sneaking, and using various weapons. The race menu mod and using the free camera in Skyrim are super helpful for this process. The tutorial video about testing in Skyrim covers all of that in detail, so check that out if you'd like to know more. Before we finish up this episode, I wanted to say a few final words about accessory items. For meshes that are accessories, like our demo pants, belt, and boots, you may want to also see how well they work with the naked body, since they could actually be worn this way. And potentially, they could be worn with any other outfit, although they might not fit right with pieces from other sets. Here you can see the pants worn on a naked body, and they work pretty well. But I want to note here that this is a bit of a lucky coincidence. You won't be able to make accessories that work perfectly with every other outfit you've got in your game. There are just too many body and outfit variations, and accessories are generally designed to work with their matching outfits. Sometimes you can mix and match an accessory between different outfits, but it depends, and it's generally a lucky bonus and not something you can really design around. So I would not recommend trying to further modify these demo accessories for anything other than the matching shirt. In situations like this, we have to make some hard choices. We can optimize the accessories for the original outfit, or we can optimize them for something else. But we can't usually do both. You can make duplicate NIFs that are each optimized for a different outfit, but these have to be added to the game as completely separate items. And generally speaking, I would limit this kind of thing because it can quickly become a bottomless pit. So to sum up, make sure accessories like these pants and belt work well for their matching outfit pieces, but don't agonize over trying to make them work with all your other outfit mods. Alright, hopefully your fixed pieces look great in the game and you can skip this section. But if not, let's cover a couple of things that could go wrong. First, remember that if you don't use the UNP body in your game, you will probably have seams, clipping, and maybe some weird skin textures. That's because this outfit was made for the UNP body. See the Let's Talk About Bodies video for more info on this, but these are issues that you can ignore for now. If you see this, it's probably because the two meshes in the pants NIF are not in the same order for both the size 0 and size 1 outfit. This should not happen since we've checked and double-checked that in several steps of the process. However, if this is the problem, you can rearrange the mesh order in NifSkope to make both sizes match. Refer to the Intro to NifSkope video in this series for a refresher on how to do that. You can also have problems caused by a vertex number or order mismatch, or possibly differences in weight painting between the size 0 and size 1 meshes. But unless you really went off on an exciting adventure of your own in Outfit Studio, those should not be problems here. For this exercise, all we did was use the inflate tool to pull the pants, belt, and boots meshes a little bit away from all their underlying meshes. If you've accidentally, or even deliberately, messed with some of the other functions in Outfit Studio while working on this project, that's totally cool. I do encourage exploration and I give you kudos for being curious and courageous. But without knowing exactly what you did, I can't offer any relevant advice on how to undo it. The only sure fix I can suggest is to start over from the top and give it another try while staying precisely on script. Call it extra free practice, which is not a bad thing when you're trying to learn this stuff. One final note. If tweaking the meshes isn't working well enough to fix your clipping issue, the problem might actually be the weight painting of the outfit or accessory. Or it might mean that using partitions appropriately is a better fix. If you don't know what any of that means right now, that's fine. We will get to all of that as we work through this series. So that's it for part 2 of the clipping fixes. I know that this was a long project, but I hope that you were easily able to follow along and get good results. If you are not happy with how your pieces turned out, just keep trying. Follow the process exactly as shown in the video and practice with the Outfit Studio functions. As with learning any new skill, you will get better the more you do it. In the next video, we're going to spend some time talking about NIFs, why we have multiple NIFs for each outfit, their naming conventions, and the unbreakable rules of size 0 and size 1 NIFs for weight sliding. Thanks for watching and sticking with me to the end of this project. I hope you found it helpful and informative. I'll see you again soon. Bye!